This week we are studying Lesson 2 in our morphology. We are studying the root photo, which means light, and our prefixes im, in, and il, which all mean not. Our first word is photocopy, a paper copy of a document or picture that is made with a special machine, a copier or a photocopier. Photograph, a picture made by a camera, also called a photo. Mom placed several photographs from our vacation in an album. Photon, a tiny particle of light or electromagnetic radiation. The famous scientist Albert Einstein conducted research related to the photon. Photosynthesis, the process by which a green plant turns water and carbon dioxide into food when the plant is exposed to light. Photosynthesis requires light energy that is typically provided by the sun. Telephoto, a lens for a camera that makes faraway objects appear to be closer. Dad uses a telephoto lens to take photographs of birds without getting close to them. Incapable, not able to do something, not having the necessary skill or ability to perform a specific act or function. The injured bird is now incapable of flight. Ineligible, not allowed to do or be something, legally disqualified. McDonald's employees are ineligible to play their Monopoly game. Imbalance, a state or condition in which different things do not occur in equal or proper amounts. There is a definite imbalance of power in countries ruled by dictators. Illiterate, not knowing how to read or write, having or showing a lack of knowledge about a particular subject. When it comes to politics, I'm completely illiterate. Illogical, not thinking about things in a reasonable or sensible way, unreasoning. The idea that I'd have time to do 4 hours of homework on a day when I have a football game is completely illogical. Let's look over this week's activities. Activity 1 has A and B. Part A is understand words. Directions. Write the vocabulary word for each definition below. Number 1, not thinking about things in a reasonable or sensible way, unreasoning. Number 2, a state or condition in which different things do not occur in equal or proper amounts. Number 3, not able to do something, not having the necessary skill or ability to perform a specific act or function. Number 4, a paper copy of a document or picture that is made with a special machine. Number 5, a tiny particle of light or electromagnetic radiation. Number 6, a lens for a camera that makes faraway objects appear to be closer. Number 7, not allowed to do or be something, legally disqualified. Number 8, a picture made by a camera. Number 9, the process by which a green plant turns water and carbon dioxide into food when the plant is exposed to light. Number 10, not knowing how to read or write, having or showing a lack of knowledge about a particular subject. Part B, rewrite definitions. Directions. Reread the definitions and sentence examples for each word. Then, write your own definition for each word that contains no more than 5 words and uses the root or prefix meaning as part of the definition. An example is done for you. The example says photocopy, which means a copy with light machine. Number 12, photograph. Number 13, photon. Number 14, photosynthesis. Number 15, telephoto. Number 16, incapable. Number 17, ineligible. Number 18, imbalance. Number 19, illiterate. Number 20, illogical. You can pause here and go back if you need to complete activity A and B. Let's move on to activity 2, or day 2. This also has part A, part B, and part C. Let's look at Part A, Crossword Puzzle. Directions. Read the abbreviated definitions and complete the puzzle. Let's look at the definitions for a cross. Number 5, a tiny particle of light. Remember, it has to fit correctly in those boxes. Number 6, not reasonable. Number 7, not able. Number 8, camera lens for faraway objects. Let's look at the down clues. Number 1, not allowed. Number 2, turns water and carbon dioxide into food. 3, paper copy of a document. 4, unequal amounts. 5, picture from a camera. 6, lack of knowledge. Pause here so you can complete the puzzle. Let's look at activity B. Which word does not belong? Directions. Choose the word that is not related to the vocabulary word given. 11 is photocopy. A, printer. B, paper. C, markers. D, reproduction. 12, photograph. A, picture. B, camera. C, cheese. D, copy. 13, photon. A, telescope. B, science. C, light. D, radiation. Number 14, illiterate. A, reading. B, desk. C, inability. D, uneducated. 15, illogical. A, wacky. B, senseless. C, foundation. D, false. Let's look at Part C. Directions. Read the words and decide if they are synonyms or antonyms. 16. Photosynthesis/dying. Are they synonyms or antonyms? 17. Telephoto/zoom. Are they synonyms or antonyms? 18. Incapable/inadequate. A, synonyms. B, antonyms. 19. Ineligible/suitable. A, synonyms. B, antonyms. 20. Imbalance/inequality. A, synonyms. B, antonyms. Pause here so you can go back and complete these parts. Let's move on to activity 3, or day 3 of completing this homework. Day 3 has part A and part B. Let's go over them. A, fill in the blanks. Directions. Read each sentence and choose the word that best fits the sentence. Look to the right over here where we can look at our words. Photocopy, photograph, photon, photosynthesis, telephoto, incapable, ineligible, imbalance, illiterate, illogical. Let's look at these sentences. Sean was blank of doing math lesson because he didn't know how to multiply fractions. Each new employee received a blank of the store's employee manual at their training. Number 3, light is one of the unnecessary components needed for blank to happen in plants. Number 4, Crystal has had a blank fear of the dark since she was a young child. Number 5, while studying radiation, Robert was disappointed that he could not see a blank, even with his high-powered microscope. Number 6, the black and white blank that hangs in her kitchen is of her dog catching a frisbee. Number 7, Shirley's basketball team was blank to play in the upcoming tournament because they were too young. Number 8, there was a definite blank in his life with too much school and not enough time to play soccer. Number 9, On her trip to Chile, Sarah was surprised to hear how many school children were blank in most subjects. Number 10. It was essential for the photographer to use her blank lens to capture the subject's bright blue eyes. Remember, only one word fits for each sentence. Let's look at activity B. Directions. Decide if each statement below is true, T, or false, F. 11. An ineligible hockey player is allowed to play in the game. 12. The secretary used a camera to make a photocopy of my driver's license. 13. A photon is an elementary particle. 14. Expensive machines are used to make photographs. 15. An argument that makes perfect sense is an illogical one. 16. The room contained half Republicans and half Democrats. There was an imbalance in the members of party members in the room. In the number of party members in the room, 17. The scientist used his photosynthesis to measure the wavelengths. Number 18. A photographer uses a telephoto lens to photograph something far away. Number 19. The illiterate man wasn't able to read the book. Number 20. Mac, a dog, is incapable of shedding his skin like a snake. Let's move on to our last activity, activity 4. There's part A, B, and C. We're going to skip part A, fill in the blanks, for today. We do not have to complete part A. Let's take a look at part B, analogies. Directions. Fill in the blanks with a vocabulary word to complete the analogies. Use these words: illiterate, photosynthesis, photon, telephoto, and incapable. Look, it gives us the words that we are going to use for this activity. Number 6, crumb is to cookie just like blank is to light. Number 7, boiling water is to heat as blank is to sun. Number 8, Labrador Retriever is to dog as blank is to lens. Number 9, stubborn is to won't as blank is to can't. Number 10, deaf is to hear as blank is to read. Part C, adding prefixes. Directions. Change each word below to its opposite meaning by adding the prefix im, il, or in. Write the new word on the line. 11, correct. 12, ability. 13, legal. 14, moral. 15, patient. 16, mature. 17, curable. 18, animate. 19, conclusive. 20, legitimate. 21, literacy. 22, audible. 23, perfect. 24, effective. 25, mobile. I like to think, which sounds correct? Incorrect, ill-correct, or incorrect? That helps me figure out the new word to write on the line.